Okay, I'm not going to focus on if there should have been a foul call or not a foul call. This is all about the rotations in primary coverage area. So we'll talk about fouls and should it have been another foul in either the membership meetings or other meetings. That's not the purpose of this video. Okay, good job. This official did acknowledge that we're at 1. Again, he's probably going to keep doing this, so I won't bring it up again. He really should move in closer to be able to monitor everything that's going on and get part of the reason is he has responsibility for players down here, and he can't necessarily see them. So he needs to, he may be being blocked for some of these players here. He needs to be able to see what's going on. So this was a quick rotation. I'm going to back this up and show this again. If you're the lead, you obviously need to get where the play is. However, this was a quick transition where the officials were out of sync just because it was a back and forth ping pong down at the other end. This official, if they can, the lead official, before they force a change, should at least allow the officials to get into position where they're all 3 in the front court. It caught this official off guard and she had to jump down, and it didn't put her in a good position to watch the play that was going on. So let me rewind that really quick and we'll watch that again. You may have noticed he rotated just a slight early. It was a little bit early for him to do that. She also probably could have kept hustling down to get down. So it's not anyone's fault necessarily. Just be aware when you're a lead, don't rotate before your partners can get into position. Same situation that we actually saw before. Another good job by this official. She started to rotate because she wanted to get across on the other side of the floor. They even changed the colors. But she realized the shot was going up. Her partners weren't going to have time to rotate. So she stepped back. So that's an appropriate way to do this. And this is something that will just take a little bit of practice if you're not used to 3-person rotations. So you may notice there was some press coverage here, but there wasn't a significant amount. This official should have been able to cover these 2 people by herself. Some referee groups or some referees will say that this C official should have stayed back a little bit, and maybe they should have stayed back just a little bit. But there's not a real problem here because most of the defenders were on the other end of the court. The lead should be able to handle 2 people by themselves. In this case, I'm sorry, the trail. Okay, the only thing that this official could have done better, well, I shouldn't say the only thing. One of the things this official could have done better, he posted, he signaled, but he didn't tell either of these officials where the ball was going to be. In the best case scenario, and again, this takes some practice, the official should have said, foul, blue underneath, blue outside. The signal was cool. Foul, signal. I don't exactly know what that particular signal was. It looked like a push, I guess. That wasn't the official push signal. But he's got a push. Where's the ball going to be? Is it going to be outside or is it going to be underneath? So as he's coming to report the foul, had these 2 officials known that, they would have been able to inbound the ball the appropriate place. He may be okay with where it is, but I would always point blue ball, baseline or end line, blue ball outside or whatever it's going to be. Let's see what they do. He finally pointed to where he wanted it at the end. Again, a good official, a good crew will know, because they're going to make the foul call and they're going to say what's happening. Communicate what's happening so the players and the other officials can get in position. Great job by this official staying back. There's press coverage, realizes there may be a difficult inbound. There's a lot of action here. He stayed back. That was a good job. Again, we're not here to talk about whether that was a travel or not. Fouls and violations will come on a different page. This is all about the rotation and some of the mechanics. Okay, great example of a play here. This official had not signaled for the play to start yet. The ball went out of bounds on the other end line. This official blew the play dead, looked, posted, held, pointed to the other official, or looked to the other official. Did anybody touch the ball? Had the ball been touched, in theory, this official's arm would have gone down. But if the ball had been touched, it would have been out of bounds over here. Because the ball wasn't touched, it's now going to be out of bounds in the last place it was inbounded. Good mirror by this official. Great job by the C staying back for press coverage, and there was a lot that happened here. Let me talk about what just happened with this timeout. So this official did a really good job. Notice his players were potential. This coach did. Notice that this official noticed this coach's players were in trouble and was paying attention to whether or not they were going to try to call a timeout or whatever. This official watched what was going on and was listening. He heard. It's always good to be aware of where you are on the court and understand if a coach may or may not be calling for a timeout. I believe that's what's been called here. So this official was able to get back sufficiently here on this breakaway. There are going to be instances where you get beat on a breakaway, meaning the players are going to pop the ball away, they're going to be ahead of you. It would have been okay for this official to come behind the play and get whatever angle she needs to get a good look on whether or not there's a foul. She was fast, she was able to get down there, probably had a sufficient view. It would have been perfectly acceptable if she would have pulled in and come into the lane to try to get a good angle, not necessarily lane, but in this area to get a better angle to see if there's a foul. You will get beat, and that's okay. When you're able to get back in position, you can do that. But just know, if you're getting beat, you don't focus so much on getting to the end line. Focus on getting the angle to see if there's a foul. Again, we talked earlier about how if there's not anything in front of this official come in a little bit and get a little bit better angle for some of these plays that are happening down here, or some of these matchups down here. This official has done a great job all game so far, but just come in a step or two and then back away if the play works its way into your area. Ken, you saw, I don't know if this official had a foul or not. Clearly that was a foul. This official posted, held, and didn't signal anything, and I don't know if they had looked to each other or not. It's very possible both of them had a foul. I wouldn't have been surprised at all if this guy called a foul too. But he let her take it. She's now going to go report. Now, in this situation, or at least how California did it whenever the year this was recorded, looks like 2015, this official in our moved across because they rotated out. This official at Michigan would have just stayed where he was, watched all the players and monitored, and then this official, after calling a foul, would have gone back to now help administer free throws. All right, that includes the California video. If you guys like this, please let me know. We can find other videos to describe. I'll also post the link to just this California video with the color coding. It's very cool. That's the only one I've seen like it out there. If you have other requests for videos and want some commentary on them, please send them my way. Until next time, thanks, guys.